Shedeur Sanders is headlining the NFL.com Pro Bowl page. I truly hope, especially the fans, realize how absolutely crazy this is. Shadur got a whole lot of fans, but Shadur got a lot of haters too. But but it is something I want a lot of Shadur fans to understand, right? Because I am clearly aware Shadur have a lot of fans that just fans of Shadur and don't know a whole lot about the NFL and when it comes to the business aspect. Because I see a lot of folks constantly saying, well, they only using him for money. Exactly. That's what football is. That's what being a superstar is. They're going to milk him for as much money as he possibly can, and he's going to milk them for as much money as he possibly can. I made a recent post saying that, hey, listen, this is the NFL's way of apologizing to Shedeur Sanders, right? And I stand on that 100% because I want you to understand something now. It's one thing, right? Using him for clicks, but they are actively okay with making Shadur the face of the NFL. That's different. They are clearly okay with making Shedeur Sanders the face of the NFL, and it's obvious, right? It is very, very obvious at this point. For number one, they could have put any of the veteran athletes that's going to the Pro Bowl on this website easily, right? That's number one. But number two, a lot of the big wigs in the NFL, they don't look at how things worked out for Shadur the way your average hater in the comments will take a look at it. For example, right? Speaking as a hater, oh man, he had 10 interceptions. He had 7 touchdowns. How is he in a Pro Bowl? That's speaking as a hater right there. You got to understand. Football analysts that been doing this for over 30 years all had Shadur as a top draft pick. You got people that's been into football, man, longer than a lot of folks been alive, had this young man scaled as like a top draft pick. That's number one. But the NFL looks at context as well. Your hater will sit up there and say, well, he only had 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. The people that's responsible for making the NFL billions, you know how they look at it. You know what they're sitting back and saying, man, what if this kid got a full opportunity? What if this young man actually was in a situation that was catered to him? What if, we would have did right by Shadur in the first place? The fact that this man came into the season, his first practice with the ones was in a live football game. So they basically threw him out there on a team that didn't plan on playing him at all. The reason why we know they didn't plan on playing him at all, because half of the season was over with, and this man still didn't get one rep with the number one offense. That's not normal. That's absolutely not normal. Shadur averaged 2 seconds in the pocket before he had to throw the ball. He was getting hit on every single play. But out of all of the hell he went through, out of all of the storm this man had to overcome, he still went out there and balled out. And those that watch the game know this. and these NFL gurus, these top executives, they watch the game. They got people that watch the game that reports to them, right? They don't just wait till the game is over, look at the stats and say, no, they don't. Everybody with two eyes that watch Shadur play those games clearly saw, yeah, he was the best rookie quarterback in that draft class. A hater is going to look at those stats and completely ignore the fact that he had the worst offensive line in the NFL. He was working with 10 different offensive line combos. That's not normal. His number one receiver was tied for the most drops in the NFL. A hater just not gonna, pay attention to that. So not only was he on a bad team already, he was with a coach that didn't want him. He had a atrocious offensive line. The lineman didn't even know his cadence when he came into the game. The NFL take all of that into accountability and they look at what he was able to do. And that's when phone calls start ringing, investors start calling, people who invest billions in this game start calling. Look, what the hell did we just do? The NFL has always been a money first type of organization. The NFL always been money first. That's why people were so shocked to see Shadur get drugged so fast, because in the past, it always was about football. How come you think Johnny Manziel got drafted in the first round after being locked up, after being on drugs, after being investigated? Why you think Johnny Manziel was still drafted in the first round? Because it was about football. So yeah, the NFL, they are waking up. They letting it be known. Like Shadur, oh man, listen, and it's gonna get worse. You get this man a full off season. Give him a full off season to prepare. Oh, it's gonna get worse, man. Don't be shocked if you see his face on the football. But that's what they do with superstars. That's what they do when you the face of the league, man. You bring in money. The NFL realize they need him. They need that young buck. They need him. Of course, the NFL would never come out and say they did any wrong, but it's in the actions, man. It's in the actions. Go to the NFL website, man. Go to the website, NFL.com/Pro Bowl, bro. You got a 5th round pick headlining. Bro, that's never been done. And you think the NFL don't know that? They want him to be the face. Let's go.